We didn't want to ebi is Ura Gofredami HS Japade no ensem no special prosecutor Nadwin and Ocheye.
Afutuo kese so akwa man ma sebedwam for se epo a wo boto Ghana fotim se mpuntu ahodo no ano wo mo ene de ba wo bato mpesua so no enye no kre
Sanso ena bre bidu a yebekọ emrahye bedwam ekọ nyinam kania nsem so a energy ministry no so ra the Dr. Matthew Puku Pempe ono yetoto na no ewo ebre so a yebekọ na UTV yakwa kohwe de ekoso ewo
na wo Council of State elections a ekoso wo my Ghana mu wo nkran krobiam ha no honorable ET Mensa ena adi nkuni
Ebola yare a ha adwen pa ebeba man bi so na akọ DR Congo a omo afiase a omo ye hunro essence yare no ahyase emani musu eho ye de kase boy ebremu ene anyime yi bidi ede Anim Addo minimini aba
Adwoa Obiyaa Obeng
afa ye mowura ensem no ye de kana ye komra hye bedwam ne ahwe bedwoku a omo etoto edom ano nipa omampani abom din se asoa hodo no anase ministries ahodo no omo nkodi djuma eho na Owura Godfrey Dame oko Attorney General ono ena omampani ebo ni din se onko ne etoto na no na ejapa ho se ejapa deal no special prosecutor Dr. Owura Martin Amidu ekeka ho nsem ne ade na sa nsem na okeka ye no nsem na ho hia fact ashe ne ade wum sa nsem no wano yi eho
from ejapa deal. It was not data-bound withdrawals from a mandate agreement deal, so it tells you what role data-bound probably played or was playing as book runners in the mandate agreement. You've just given me a copy. This is the title by Ministry of Finance of the Republic of Ghana. Then it has IMRA Corporate Finance Limited. Then it has Data Bank Financial Services Limited. So, Chairman, I just want our records to capture it. This is the mandate agreement.
Yes,
no.
All that already.
Oh,
he himself repeated them. All of
yes, I know. I'm referring to it now, and I'm just establishing that there is some reference to it, to the Ministry of Presenting the Government of Ghana and to IMRA Corporate Finance Limited. And in his view, this does not qualify as an international economic transaction by the provisions of Article 1815 of the Constitution.
I guess that's the end for the minority leader, the ranking member.
Yes, Chairman, but...
Thank you. Thank you very much. After 6.5 hours, I have the
copy for me,
Honorable Deputy Attorney General nominee. There are some petitions brought to this committee. None of them is alleging any specific misconduct on you, by you. One is by one Madam Frida Daku, which is saying that he did a case against her husband, but he tried to execute against her account. Why did you do that?
I think quickly, I will just indicate that the case...
Kindly be brief. We'll give you 6.5 hours of our time today to make them short, crispy.
I'll make it very brief, and I'll quickly indicate that the cases I did were actually against both Madame Frida Daku and her husband. Indeed, my client, the late Lene E.T. Kwashi, had gifted a piece of land to his wife. The land is at East Legon, and the land was trespassed upon by Madame Frida Daku's husband. So my client's wife, a rate was taken out in her name. The case is Comfort Kokokwashi versus Yaomenu. The judgment was given on 2209, 2nd July 2009. I have a copy of the judgment I can give to the committee. The committee will note that the judgment was entered in favor of my client after trial, and damages in the sum of 50,000 Ghana cedis 2009 were awarded. The chairman, after that, the defendant judgment debtor sought to set aside a judgment, and by another ruling dated 14 May 2010, the High Court dismissed the application. I have a copy of the judgment of the ruling. I can give it to the committee as well. Subsequently, we went into execution. I think even before we went to execution, they made another application. So we went to execution, and the judgment, the certain accounts were attached. And Ghana State, Madam Fridadaku indicated that her account has been erroneously attached. Indeed, the record will show that when she made this claim, I never disputed it at all. So the court actually gave a ruling dated 11 November 2010, releasing the account from attachment. And it's very important because the complaint seeks to suggest that I strenuously sought to attach the account and afford and all that. It says here that speaking to a motion or notice for self-execution, counsel for defendant applicant stated that plaintiff respondent has been served. He referred to a motion paper and the position in support, stated that the wife of defendant was not part of the suit and is wrong to attempt to garnish her account, and that there is no judgment. The fact says that the motion has not been contested. So the record will show that when this was brought to attention of the court, that her account has been attached, there was no contest at all. In all fairness to my practice, as I always say, I didn't contest. Can I say proceedings are maintainable in respect to a judgment debtor, and therefore in the absence of any contest, it was released. Chairman, that is the ruling of the court dated 11 November 2010. But interestingly, Madam Fridadaku after this then filed a case indicating that she owned the land, the same land that we had won judgment to respect thereof. And the High Court on 7th March 2013 was a raised an objection and all. Madam Fridadaku filed an application for executory injunction. In opposition to the application for injunction, I raised an objection to propriety of the suit. The objection was dismissed. The fundamental problem that one may have is that even though Mr. Amidu indicated that he was conducting risk assessment, which of course will entail examination of a specific transaction and its future hazards that transaction may represent. Upon the presentation of that report, of course, he did not owe a duty at all to present the report to the president. I did not see where at 959 that mandated the special prosecutor to present a copy of the report to the president. That's the step he took. He presented a copy of the report to the president. And in doing so, he himself spelled out the rationale for doing so. The rationale for presenting a copy of the report was indicated by the special prosecutor in his letter to the president, dated 16th October 2020, as informed by the fact that whatever he did was supposed to guide future actions.
Chairman, just sorry, Minister nominee, just hold your breath there. I'm indulging the chairman. You are saying that the special prosecutor was not required to present the report to whom?
To the president.
To the president.
To the president.
He was not required.
It's not required.
Are you aware whether there was a referral from the president to the office of the special prosecutor? You have any indication?
I'm not aware.
You are not aware.
He indicated in his letter that he was carrying out the exercise. It exercised his mandate under section 2, paragraph C of Act 959. So that is the record.
But you are aware that the special prosecutor, if you read the act that you referred to, was independent on any matter.
Yes.
He could institute an investigation for the purposes of the general good of the country. Do you agree with that?
I agree, and that's not
okay, you can continue. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, and it's actually in line with that I say that he was not obliged to present a report to the President. He indicated in the report that he presented to the President that he was doing so because the exercise that he was carrying out was only supposed to guide future executive actions of government. And for that matter, he did so. Now the issue, the little fundamental issue I have is that if a report of this nature is prepared and is supposed to guide future executive actions of government, and same is presented to the President, and then upon the perusal of
Honorable Osei Chairman Sabunsu, Edia Futu Kasiye Ako ama MPs gina ewo oman Ghana mu se epo ya womobo eto Ghana fotiri mu se mpuntu a eko twi ko breman a ekoso ewo mabato mpesu aso no womo ene de ba no enye nokre enu nti womo entwe omo ho emfiri sa suban no ho na ode sansem we nyina todwa wa bro kokoko pie mu ewo appointment committee anim ya ne yetoto na no se minister designate for parliamentary affairs.
Let me say that it's not only the members of the general public who so think, but our own conduct. We also feed into that. Mr. Chairman, I was telling colleagues over the previous weekend that if anybody should move, flying the road from Kumasi to Tamale, the billboards that heralded the conduct of parliamentary elections. Many of them are still in place. Look at what we have written on them. You said for Ubuntu, vote for John Kuma. so the general public wrong to believe in the fact that you are saying that you are responsible for the government. Right? We feed into that. Maybe or rightly. But you see, again, in the elections, high-profile elections, it is the face of the member of parliament which is out there in the constituency, his or hers and that of the president. So the MMDCs who are responsible for the government at the local level, they are not voted for by universal adult suffrage, right? And that being the case, people come to see you as the face of the constituency. And we need the NCCE to help us as a house to educate the populace out there that the member of parliament is not really a development agent. But of course, as I've said, it also depends to a large extent on how we ourselves conduct ourselves in activities.
And I want Cramantem no abekua two omampani for abatwa no omo two oma Council of State no. And Crade no ekoye nsembia na akwakwa bi. Abranti bi a wanya mfie aduasa na didi Eddie John Mante akote omo chese nsembia okoye kan no na enye nsem a enipa ekwakoto adwene se ehuti entiro mbufu ye emanka ade no mkwakwa ekra no abato no enka ekwakose no.
Have the opportunity to meet you as a group because I obviously didn't have the sort of resources that I heard was being thrown around. Ladies and gentlemen,
John Manche akwete no akwa akujani ato aba edi amano se Council of State member ewon Kramantami na wonye mfinhie aduasa 34 years ne bra wo bono nto ano empenifo chese o kansem bia na ankoye
our country and we must stop. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. No, why are you stopping me? Why are you stopping me?
Tenam so ama amrado edman krakropun munyafo Mohammed Ejeso a eno UTV edin komo afa ho de futuo ama brantie no se wonhwe ne kasa ye esanse suni ban oda na di na nyakora enchire wobu.
This is an attitude of an aspirant who is going to counsel the president. Hey. You can imagine the consequence of his advice for this nation. And I do not think that this comment that he has made here should go uncommented. If he has alleged on his platform that those of us here have been given some goodies as a result of influencing our vote. The last time I checked from the Supreme Court is that the burden of proof is on the one who alleges.
Yes.
If he is unable to prove what he has alleged, I do think that the onus lies with him to withdraw and apologize.
UTV to aso ene John Manche akwete edi nkomo ena wo kyerese wa manani anya din a enkempenifo bebu afa no so esa so madwen ye o mse usha.
Maybe you should be asking them why they were not happy. And if you are very fair, okay, say me buy no, there were very funny comments trying to prevent me from carrying out a message. You were there, you saw it. I think it was a planting. On per se discouraging me from selling out my message. But I mean, I was addressing a critical issue. I mean, money in politics. I was addressing them directly. But I can say, oh, frère, dom Asia, nada also, transport, nada also. And I was telling them, say, me almost because I didn't have that resources. But my dream did that, and there was a purpose in unionism against my candidature.
This attitude is what is killing our country, and we must stop. You can't stop me. You shouldn't stop me. You can't stop me. No, why are you stopping me?
Wo Nkrankrodiam haso Council of State abatwo no ebi ekoso nam so ma ekowiase no Honorable E.T. Mensah ono na oye ankane mrahye ema ningo prampram ono enehwi ekudi nkunimu asa abato yi ekoso ewo Nkrankrodiam hase.
Council of State abedwekwetu abanefo abato no ko awieye ewo Nkran na onumunyamfo Inoktai Mensah a friend say E.T. Mensah kanini go prampram mrahye ono enadi nkunimu ohamu nchemu wo hapepepe na onyaye na ebra yetu abano ma no wie no kasache mu say eba abedwekwetu abanefo nya amanyosem enti wo kono wonkonkonya amanyosem na adwene nyansa wo no eno de betu omampanyi ekufu adofo.
This is overwhelming. I was overwhelmed for your support, your love that you showed from the beginning till now. The victory was made possible by all of you. The campaign team were there, and I was always overwhelmed anytime we met anywhere. This is not about partisan issue. Yes. It is not partisan. My motivation to come and run was that if I team up with him, with our experience in local governance, things will move faster and better than it has to. Where we're standing now, when I was acquired the land and when he came, he also started the process. So today, here we are, as nature will have it, we are here.
Enkramantem swafo ene abankra chimpenifo na omoto abani bi ekasache mso munyafo E.T. Mensah omoto abamano ene musuyehu na wowo ewa amanyosemu
ene delegates for no womu de osia yoyo womu abeyi nipa a obegina Greater Accra ano ama ye nyina ewo Council of State se be ya ono nso nadwini me bra wabo de wohu na oni president Transia no to me am an advice say be Ghana mine and Nkran mine betumpon tie da mu nyina ase.
E.T. Mensah Honorable was also honored by J.A. Kufuor when President Kufuor was the president because of his contribution to the state. And at that level, if you attempt to look at things from partisan spectacle, this country will not move forward. So in the wisdom of the framers of our constitution, that is why they created the Council of State for people of that nature, not only be advising the president, and that is where we are.
Ye young for Greater Accra, on bet me akasa amayen e wo council ho. Na se bibi nkoso yi a saadi ne betimi akoso. Na yen papa Aje Branson, honorable Aje Branson wa ye AMA boss da.
na wɔyɛ Accra Suffolk chairman na Yiti Mensa wɔyɛ AMA boss da na ɔno nso yɛ footballer ɛwɔ Accra Suffolk na ɔmo mie ya ka ɔmo abom na ɔmo ba bɛyɛ adwuma no na kyerɛ sɛ MCs a ɛwɔ Greater Accra no yɛayɛ adwuma yie paa.
Being the mayor of Accra, MP, ministerial positions, 7, 8, and a public service, was our experience, and we are so happy, say, Obeka, the president, nominated our Greater Accra, Honorable Ajiri Blankson, Ombeye Juma, and Greater Accra, Anim.
Council of State about to be a so Western North Sanso and a Bono and a Fee for original and also Omakwa Pow. Any per Quakojina, Sir Mantami Ano, our Council of State Jumedino Emo.
Butaya, the prayer region. They said, thank you. Oh, amazing. Abia Bikanya, my tear, if you Western region for me. Now, some a month for this year, a few moments in Anna. Yama Western of Noisayani. It is a dear in Quaban. None Yaka or Obiyaa, or Prima Famay. The criminal neck, the Kukusha. Mamma for no a dear man, I'm a Mujumi ye. For 18 now, but to Abana, Umuna Atumana. The waitress and microphone are Abong Chido. But you miss me so more. Sir, if a dear Kuyan you shine, said the end and Amoya and never to us. And the Dumano and Secuman Coswell and I was sent off from Coswell. A year dear, and Tinamico. And in preface, say, we know what you are dear. The tea about one, and say, you wait fighting for one goal.
Sir, a quay may be two war, said the Brazil. If you check him and paying for, never be a half, for a baby, I might have got him on a Mamma, no one can see in a Medibu, a Brazil catch on, said. Sabi abani yakoto Obiyaa sabi on fancy nyane mutim na on fam boa I have mind the who die gunti yen fa chichira hafo na mo gidie sese awrade kan ho a yebedi mfo
assembly for no adwuma mo ye de boya hemfo no enya adwuma ketwa adan se obi kura hye no honhoma assembly man e bona man first obi to ya ni mu a ne e wa assembly man ne obi no na yere kura ko a assembly man e ko bona man ne ngobo yin na man ne ndi ye momo na se be fa kwan bi so a e betimi ahwe assembly members no motimi edisa adwuma na bo se wo mo adwuma wo mu di na bo man no papa ndi no na first idea edama kuma so se me president be di ho nkomo ebio e din dada e di bio na ya hekwan ya fa so a ebetumi I entrench assembly men from positions no more boa mama no apostle a human think you know na e the Mr. President pa say baby e hon be this time round.
Yet was so dear near Quacopimu or Asante Mantam war Council of State elections yahu or Monso etubi ya Ecobia Sieno or Henia or war Acrofon so Nana Usu Achia Brempon or no and Omayini said Uncle Jina Mantam no enemu war Council of State Dibiano emu.
Obiyaa e Kumase e wa Asante Mantema Council of State abato no e ko so Regional Coordinating Council nipa enwotwe e nananka omu ejina emra omo e ba beto aba na chese mienu asi se omo nyaade omo betu bi ntie ka nipa ensia na omo to aba ne wie na nana owusu e cham brempon a wono e na yemfie na yetwem no osabe gina e wa Asante Mantema to aba ma na odi gina Asante Mantema se Council of State member no wono e na sa edi enkunim abra onya aba no mu eduoson enson around 77 nipa 86 ɛna ɛto abano a otime enya emusa a abato no etime ɛkɔ asumdwie mu nana owusu echa brempon a yasa yi na embre toso mienu se ono ɛna enyina asantemantem sa council of state member no wadi emfie eduasia enson 67 years ono ɛna ye ohene ɛwɔ akromfo so a ɛno ɛwɔ asante mantema kwankyerefo penyi oda electoral commission no ɛyɛ owura Benjamin Bano Bio sei ɛna nsunsuanso no ɔde tu edwa
total delegates no ɛyɛ 86 na bato etu ye no mu nyina ɛba beto amane bi enipa nwotwe na gina ye na ansana bato no behyasie no emu mienu ɛwɔ draw na results ba ye ni enipa nsia ɛka ye no ɛyɛ nana owusu echiao brempon onya 77 votes ena James Nana Prempe onya 3 votes Emmanuel Boatin wenye bi Adams Boachi Yadom wenye bi Sulemana Sedu ononso enye bi Nana Obiyaa Ansa onya ensia ejase kan nyina abomu akosi aduawotwi nsia total valid vote cast yenya rejected ballot bia intimigina weso e declare Nana owusu echia brempon se onu ni Obiyaa asanteman yi no so nkoginem ema asanteman e council of state no so
eno eche youth nsamtwefo ene Nana owusu echia brempon so etwetwe nkomo ema wo kire mu se
ma mo de share mi nsa emfie na ani no e koma kotoa so biem se ne emusi to aba eyi omampani Akufo Addo no ye ko ne akotoa so ne atu na fupopa na eze ye kwa ye adwuma na eden nanso ye ko biem a ye beye de eden chen de ye di nka ayeye no nti Awurade ehira asanteman
amen
na Awurade ehira Ghana no ehira mu nyina obi bia ba obaaye medamase ensa esie nikaja eni aseda
onona yayi se onkogina asanteman ni council of state so nana yema utrinkwa
Police Sahine Ora James upon Bonu Edin Semato Ghana for a ton tomato some cofa if you Burkina Faso Eban Anim se police Jumano Ebeshe na mabomo chidom anaso one boban Edia Mo Sanse na sense aba de dwane se omo kofa nto isi no mo ba na akrofo atwa mo kom ekunkum na ade a odu nsembe to enu se aban ahwe na mo mo a ade adwumadie no ombeja na no ene wa shombo se ombehwe no mata omachi
na wotwi mu ene beto dwa ewo Kumase wa Asantemantem se eye adwadifo a wo mo ekọ Burkina Faso ni Niger ekoto tomatoes edeba afi eye driver fo so a wo mo de sa tomatoes adwadifo ekoi wo mo ekire se eye enema wo mo fam ewo kwan no highway robbery a esisi wo kwan so ano ode ye pa a binum ye kuma driver fo ye kuma adwadifo ji wo mo sika ene wo mo de beto dwa se aban anya nhyehyɛ papa enya de wo mbekɔ eye sa aman so akwakofa tomatoes aban e ba sa so a Ghana kuafo kwa tomatoes omodono entimi enso emma Ghana fo nyina enye bi wanhwe ya ye be tomatoes yenya na asemi beto dwa no Inspector General of Police mechere IGP COP James Opombuonu ayen hyehye ya sesia na dwadefo mu wo Kumase anasa Asantemantem amokɔ no wo mo ebetimade abo mo asa enema mu komu no ebi ensi ebiem enam so ama Deputy Ashanti Regional Commander eye DCOP David Ajim egina IGP anamu akasa akire mu sei
edwuma bie ni wa ye se obi bewu sebi asojafo kra o mu kwa akon no wo ma adwuma no ensese obi wu nti se yen a ye kodidwa no se obi wu a na eye ade a eti akoma na chese adwuma na ye koye no eho ama ye mfaso sebi Ghana prosia ye te ye no uti Ghana nko ade a eye ya sedie se prosifo se ye bebo mo ho ban inti eneme ba ya IGP any regional commander ena asuma me se memfa enkra emrem wo mo se menka nkyere mo se yaye krado se ye beboa mo ne abom ho ban na mo ye adwuma te se de constitution ma kwan so Obiyaa nya adwuma o Ghana asumdwe mu inti edebia mu to kwan no mo ma ya sonte na yemmani bi na
wɔn mfa mo nkɔ sɛ kaa mmiɛnsa kaa nan yɛbɛma mo escort na mɔkɔ baabi a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛde mu kɔsi.
Otitrani de makue ɛyɛ owura Eric Osetufoɔ YouTube nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ne atwetwe nkɔmmɔ ɛma ɔno so kyerɛ mu sɛ
their driver for ne adwadifoɔ ma ɛhwehwɛ nyinaa ne sɛ ɔmo bɛnya bambɔ a ɛmu ɔdene na sɛ ɔmo tu kwan na ayamhyehyeɛ bi anim ne sɛnti yɛnwura IGP will respond to our petition. I was sending armed policemen across the 2 northern regions of Ohio. Omu nyina prepare. Say omu beboa yen na omu escort yen e de akwa koduru Pagaboda. Sane be ya yakoni abedie no Ohio biara e ma ho. Yenim say ewura no mu ya adwumadene. Mo beboa yen na mo ma bambofo e de anim e de mfimfi e de achi na mo de akoduru Pagaboda. Sane be ya ye ho e ma asem. Medamase.
For UTV America Sebore Gusua Yadi Bremu Sabre, ye try ho na agye nkrato afiri aboafo